It's a brother
and a sister.
It's a brother and a sister.
Brother and a sister. Yo, brother. Yo, sister.
Yo, brother.
Yeah.
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 Tell me what you said about saying mfowethu.
Oh. So I'm conflicted because I used to say mfethu a lot, and now I feel conflicted about saying it because this previous week I had a gig, and the camera lady, she was like a Afrikaans white woman,
Right.
and she kept coming up to the comics, and she's like, "Sure, mfwethu, I just want to make sure that you know you can't pass this line or else you're gonna be out of the frame, mfwethu." And she just keeps saying mfwethu, like, you need to understand mfwethu. You know, sure, mfwethu, yeah, sure. And then I was like, is this how I sound to hood niggas? Like, because I was like, I was baffled. I couldn't handle what I was seeing.
You were, so does it sound like you're appropriating mfowethu?
Yeah. And then so immediately I was like, from this day forth, I'm just gonna say how's it X from now on.
Oaks.
No more mfwethu. It's just
Dudes.
how's my brew?
My gang.
No, X, Owens, maybe, you know.
Where do you hang out?
Because I went to a predominantly like mixed school. It's like colored
Okay.
school. So yeah.
All right, so
So
Owens,
maybe
yeah.
so there's some people that I had like they only respond to
I
Owens.
just remember you opened the door just early in the morning and you're like, I am never going to say mfowethu ever again. I was like, what happened to you?
No, the culture shock, man.
Hello, my brother.
Hello, my sister.
Okay.
Everything okay?
Everything.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm like, you know, I saw
What mfowethu?
you know, Trevor Noah has this. Yeah, he spoke about this about when you speak in another language,
Yeah, boo.
your entire personality kind of changes when you're speaking that other language.
For sure.
And like whenever I speak Sotho,
You're humble.
I just feel so much more humble when I speak it.
Wow.
Because also I just know when I speak it, it doesn't really hit the ears how it's supposed to. But otherwise,
Okay. But I think that will change. Because I got to about 22, 23, and I was working on a youth radio station, and the whole thing changed because of who I was hanging out with so much.
mfowethu.
So basically, left, right, and center, mfowethu is where I enter. And so it'll change. I think it'll change if you really want it to change.
Got you. And how are you doing?
I'm fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
I got my Spotify Wrapped
This
this week, so thank you, Daddy Spotify.
I love you, Daddy Spotify.
Yes, and you know Spotify can do no wrong.
Mm.
It's not Spotify's fault. I do not blame you, Spotify.
Are you not happy?
But there's someone at Spotify who must have looked at my age, my race, and just thought, yeah, put her with those people.
A lot of people are not happy with their Spotify. I'm more angry at other people's Spotifys than
your own.
Yeah.
But yours sounds just like you. Like that is the man. If I thought of you, those are the songs or the artists that I'd think of.
Okay, fair. Yeah, no, but mine is. I feel like I actively listened this year. Like there was things that I was trying to do. I didn't like.
Just NG.
Yeah, there was times where like between a couple artists,
Yeah.
there were certain artists that I really wanted to get more into.
So you listened this whole year in order to get the correct Spotify Wrapped.
No, that's not what
Is
I'm
that
saying.
what you're saying?
Like there was certain sounds that I was trying to get into, like LA specific region sound.
Yeah.
I wanted to be able to like understand that culture more.
So I saw yours and the hip hop was very balanced.
Yes.
And I know also you like female voices,
Yes,
interesting sounds. You had that balance.
My Spotify Wrapped was Tyler the Creator,
Yeah.
#1. Obviously, we didn't see who saw that one coming, right? At number 2, I think it was Willow Smith.
Yes, you see?
Ish.
Which is so cool. And you were so into that album the whole year.
Yeah, I know. I played it like.
Towards the end of last year, you were into Janelle Monáe's album.
Do you know what I also? Yes, you know what I also realized. I realized like because sometimes like I dropped the little one off at school and stuff. A lot of the music that I listen to has swear words in it, so I'm very like conscious about not playing sweary music.
You can get clean versions. We get clean versions because I'm a hip hop. I love hip hop.
It doesn't hit the same.
Of course not.
Have you heard? There's a Kendrick Lamar song. I just can't remember it right
Yeah.
now. But if you listen to the clean version of that, you're not listening to a song. You're just
But
listening.
all of the kids listen to They're Not Like Us. They're Not Like Us. So I have to get the clean version. Anyway, can we get back to me and what happened that I truly believe is not Spotify's fault?
Mhm.
There is someone at Spotify who is at fault.
Okay.
So Nabaidze, hi Babi Muloy. You listened for, and then this is an enormous number, and you'll explain the enormous number. You listened for 206,590 minutes this year.
I want to say get a job, but
Well, I have very many. And then you played 1,714, right? My top song was Migos. Open it up.
Migos.
That was my top song played
From,
this
like,
year.
And that's like from the most random album.
Yeah.
With the most like just everything is
Because the kids love it. So, like in their clubs, they are singing "Open It Up" and Kendrick Lamar. Okay, fine. So that's fine. Then it goes to all the podcasts that I listen to. Then this is where it starts to get weird, right? So at number 5, K-Tronada.
Okay.
I'm into it. I get it. I know why.
And we're going to the concert.
And we're going to the concert.
Makes
cool.
sense.
At number 4, Nika Costa, who is like an old school artist. No one will ever know her. You don't know her.
Never heard of that Nika.
And if you listen to her, you'll also be like, yeah, I'm not sure I want to know her. But I've always loved Nika Costa. And she's back on my radar. At number 3, and I really hope he didn't do anything with Diddy at any of those parties. But Asha. Asha will always be one of my... Like, there's an Asha song for when you miss your girl. There's an Asha song for when you're driving in your whip. Ne? There's an Asha song for when you arrive at the house and then you must walk on the pavement up the stairs. Like, there's an Asha song for everything.
Not only did Asha probably do something at a Diddy party, it was probably like the best guest at the Diddy party every time, every year.
Whatever. I'm into Asha a lot. And that thing that he did, it was the game show. They play a sport and then there's a concert in between. It was Asha's turn this year. J-Lo's done it.
The Super Bowl. The Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yes,
So it's a
yes.
concert and then they play a game afterwards. Asha was incredible on rollerblades. That man is like 40 something.
That's fair.
Anyway, and then at number 2 is Dua Lipa.
Okay.
Who Wendy Williams called her Dula Peep. And I just love her.
That's a top 5 white girl for sure.
She is a pop star.
Yes.
And there was a point where she did nothing for us on stage. And then we all actively said,
what are you doing here?
Just dance. Learn a choreography. And she did.
Now she's the one.
And now she's the one.
She's a hero. Okay.
And then at number 1, Beyonce was the top artist of the year for me.
If a nigga gonna squawk to it, a nigga gonna dance to it, bro. Of course.
What do you mean, of course? You've never walked into my car, walked into my room. I have that Goomba Goomba radio that you connect via Bluetooth. When has Beyonce ever played?
Okay.
And then this is where it gets a bit difficult for me to accept. And I must say, I don't blame Spotify. But there is someone at Spotify who has it out for me.
There's an intern there that's just
There's
like...
someone who's just like, oh, what? 40? What? Black? What? South Africa? Beyonce was your top artist of the year. I don't even understand.
It's okay. A spade is a spade. You are what you are. Hey.
On that new album, I know Cozy.
Okay.
And I know Energy.
I don't know either.
Oh, okay. So that made me top 1 in the whole... Okay, fine.
But didn't that album perform really badly?
How do I know? I'm not a big fan.
But you know 2 songs in the album.
Yes.
Of her most recent album.
Yes.
And I'm sure you know all the songs in her last album.
Probably not.
Okay.
I have traveled overseas to see a concert of her. But I did that with Beyonce. sorry, with Madonna,
Uh-huh.
and I did that with Adele,
Uh-huh.
and I did that with Eric Sheeran. What
And-
was his name?
Oh, Ed Sheeran.
Yeah.
And they're not on your 5.
And then?
And they're not on your top 5. So
Anyway, all I'm saying is that really worried me because perhaps I'm a denialist of sort. Perhaps I'm just like, and I don't want to be that. I always want to be a very honest person.
Mhm. No, I get it. There was a year where Drake was my top listened to artist, and I wanted to just like, oh, so I need to burn my phone now. Because this is not okay. This is really not okay.
Anyway, it's hilarious. It made me laugh. It gave me some content. I really enjoyed it. I love when they go through, all of the different songs that you liked.
Mhm.
Because the DJ X comes on, and then the DJ X also does a wrapped playlist for you, and it's fun.
Got you.
Britney Spears should have been on there. Tandy Swamazwai should have been. Nah, I don't
Oh,
understand.
man.
Okeni
Oh, that
Jwang.
internet Spotify is just the hater of good music. Man.
Anyway,
hey,
but we
but
love you, Spotify, and thank you. They're
thank you,
fun to
Daddy
do
Spotify.
these
Also,
raps.
clearly we love your product because it's one of us on 200,000 minutes on your app. 200,000 minutes. You know, there's only about 500,000 minutes in a year.
What?
There's like a little over 500,000 minutes.
Do you think our beloved brothers and sisters out there deserve to know why?
Yeah, sure, we can tell them. Do you want to tell them?
I want to hear your version.
He's drowning out the demons at night. He's trying to make sure those voices don't speak to her while she's sleeping. So she got on podcasts to drown out all the evil. All the juju that be lurking
If
at
ever
night.
there was a truth, that is it. I had a big trauma in about 2011, and it was to the point where I couldn't even sleep with the lights off. I really struggled. And then I started listening to podcasts to put me to sleep. And now I can't stop. So that's where it comes from.
I actually have a couple friends like that are like at night they don't have white noise, so they put on. But there's one friend that's a problem because he listens to rock music. That's why I don't visit his house anymore. Like, because he listens to rock music while he's sleeping, and it's like, my brother, you're not really sleeping.
And then you have to be in the same room.
Exactly, because we're sleeping over.
Yeah, but there's no like downstairs room, the visitors.
Because also it's weird because then the mom's gonna come in and be like, why are you in this room? Why are you in the main house?
You must complain. You must say because your son plays rock music at bedtime.
Popping his head while he's sleeping.
But I think we all do different things.
Yes.
To keep sane, even if it is a little bit insane, some of the choices that we make, to get you through the day. So like I'll park, if I'm having a day where my brain is, all the tabs are open, I'll park outside where I'm working that day and I'll listen to like the cheesiest woman empowerment song, right? I'm a survivor. I know Beyonce's in that, but it's not Beyonce. or whatever it is. And I'll just do the Wonder Woman pose and then go in and fake it till you make it.
Excellent.
You've got to.
Yeah. Media is changing. Media is changing in terms of like how you guys used to listen to music. The fact that you can like show how much music you're listening to and which music that you're listening to, and like amongst your friends flex that. I think it's so sick.
I miss purchasing CDs. I enjoyed that a lot.
Okay.
Streaming gives you more access to so much more, and you don't need those big envelopes full of CDs that can actually, you can crash your car because you are looking for the specific CD while you drive. So streaming's changed the game where everything is now in your pocket, which I love. But I think media in general has changed because we had magazines. We had magazines. So we had 13 magazine, 11 teen magazine, you're just about to turn 21 magazine, makeup edition of the magazine, Christmas edition, like every magazine. And there were magazines specifically created for teens. So teenagers, we had magazines.
Gotcha.
And then they'd have like these secret panels where you'd have to tear it open and it would tell you like, this is what's going to happen on your first time. And if this happens on your first time, don't be alarmed. That's very normal. these are the prophylaxis that you probably should use. Yeah, body condom. They would tell you. This thing was good.
And it was like 14s.
Yeah, not
And
14, but look.
no, I'm
Are
saying
you
like
saying
it was.
teenagers are not doing this?
No, I'm not saying that at all. But it was like the fact that because magazines was a mainstream media
Yes.
thing, and like they were just like you can go onto a page and then find the condom
If you
page.
think about it, if nobody's telling you that information, if mom told us a lot of information. If we had too much
Her
information.
initials are TMI Muloy.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you said auntie showed you those weird pictures.
Auntie definitely showed me those weird pictures, but mom just like hammered it home a little.
Really?
Yeah.
And the weird pictures are not pictures like you're thinking of on the internet. They're
No.
pictures of STDs and STIs.
And what will happen to you
Yeah.
if you just like
the
touching
specific
people.
ailments,
It will all just crumble,
rashes. Like we knew all of that stuff.
crumble like bread, man.
Yeah. So to go back to the magazine, if nobody's telling you that,
Yeah.
then rather have a more credible source. And I think that was what they were doing.
Mhm.
But it wasn't just that. Like you'd have how to do your eye makeup, how to get him to like you, how to lose 50 kilograms in 2 days. Like it had from the worst kind of information to the best kind of information.
So was there a guy version and a girl version, or was it just a?
I doubt the guy versions lasted very long.
Yeah,
But I think lots of brothers would read their sisters' magazines. I really do think so.
probably. I would have read yours.
Yeah, because there's interesting stuff
Actually,
in there.
I did read some of your magazines.
Okay.
Like when I was younger, like the old magazines that you just had lying around the house
Yes.
was my like first experience of. Also, your guys' media was insane because you guys had things like upskirt photos.
Yes.
And like it was just okay to just like be so invasive in other people's lives.
Yeah.
Like,
And ugly about
yeah,
it.
very, very ugly.
I'm
That's-
so glad that part of the media has changed quite a bit.
Hmm.
I think we do have blogs, podcasts. There are still places and even social media where like people will talk about you, hey? And they will petrol all of your news and information. But we don't have it like that.
Yeah.
There's a girl called Jessica Simpson,
Mhm.
and you must go and Google the picture that the whole world told Jessica Simpson, "You are so fat. Please pass away."
Oh my days.
You like, how dare you be on stage singing, looking that enormous? Are you a rhino or are you Jessica Simpson? Like, it was so bad. It was so bad, Khaban. It was so bad. You wouldn't want to do it. And then in South Africa, they tried to do it a little bit. Like they'd write about what happened at certain events.
Mhm.
And there was a time I was at a radio station in like a top position that had never been occupied by a woman before. And every weekend, all they would write about is my weight.
How big you are.
Like, that's all. She must get rid of that dress because the stripes are making her look even bigger. I'm sure her mother's so embarrassed because what a big child she gave birth to. The one time they said Babi Moloi was caught stuffing her big body into her tiny car. And they didn't even say what car it was. Because at least that would give me some big ups.
Yeah.
It was, you know?
That's so tough.
Yeah.
That's so tough.
At least give me the compliment of
Say what car it
in
is.
her that car.
Mhm.
No. It was like 7 men had to stand there and just push me into the car.
Yeah.
So the media has changed a lot because I hardly see that anymore. I think the girls are doing a lot with their bodies and faces and BBLs and all of that.
Yeah, I was about to say I think it's that has changed differently. People still think they control women's bodies for sure.
For sure.
On the internet. And like I saw it with Cyan Bougie
Yes.
recently when she went to get I think her second BBL, if I'm not mistaken.
You're paying attention.
Yeah. Because
Okay.
hey, I care about the youth. She's a youth leader. You know, she goes to schools and she gives people like motivational tips on how to be just like her.
I don't know enough about her to have too much of an opinion. She just looks very, very pretty to me.
She is very pretty. She's my age. I think she might even be a little younger.
Yeah.
And it's like the thing that always trips me up about it is how the narrative about, because I can't handle the way how people talk, like the way how people talk about her.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to handle that. I don't think
if the roles were reversed.
Yeah, the
For
way
real.
I don't because also the way how they're attacking her is insane. It's like, this is not your daughter.
Yeah.
This is not your sister. This is not your friend. But you guys are talking to her like, let me tell you something, little Dolly. Let me make sure that you understand your place, whatever. You can't be going to get your second BBL. You can't be doing. And it's like, bro, she can do whatever she wants. Like,
Let me put this to you. So when I was stuffing my enormous body into my tiny car,
that poor car.
my job was being on radio,
Mhm.
and I had some jobs on TV. That
Okay.
was my job.
Yes. Your job
So
wasn't to be.
then there was never a time where they talked about my job, whether I was good at my job, whether I was bad at my job. Because if the newspaper comes out and said, you know what, she really does not know how to articulate herself, she's a terrible host, that we can take. Why was it always about body versus now we put our bodies out there? So you can even be a nurse, you can be an accountant or whatever. When you get out of your scrubs, then you show a picture of yourself in your bikini. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm just thinking it's different in that way. Jessica Simpson wasn't trying to just,
Put herself out,
explode on stage. She's a singer. She's got to be on stage and she's got to be wearing something. And that's what she chose.
Okay, that is deeper. And also, like I said, I don't know Simon Bougie like that. Like, we're not friends. So maybe she's smart about it because the narrative that they are talking about with her are things that she's prepared for.
Right.
Because then when I think about it, the another empowering thing about today's media is that artists have more say in the narrative. They get to put out what they want to put out. You'll see like a Casanet doing a 24-hour stream, but he'll do exactly what he wants to do. Everyone says exactly what he wants to say. He'll get the right people.
Yeah.
It's everything.
I remember Nicki Minaj even came to game with him.
Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
Crazy. Like, it's
Adele even at some point. Am I
SZA,
right or wrong? Or they were on the phone.
SZA came through. Lizzo.
I would not confuse SZA and Adele.
Ish, man. And people have done it before because they're just like, they're just good singers.
SZA and Adele.
Yeah. Remember Adele had her black era. Remember when she had the Bantu locks and everything? She was,
Okay, all right, you're right. It's a very confusable duo.
I'm just messing around. But
so now you can almost own your own media.
Yeah.
You can say what you want about yourself. You can create the narrative, you can be honest, and whatever people take from that, they can take from that.
Yeah.
But the official statement came from you.
Yes. You've been in a position like that? Where
yes. I've been in every position.
Yo.
What are you saying? Where I've had to control
the narrative. Yes.
Yeah. So I was cordially disinvited to work at this company.
Cordially.
Cordially. In an office I'd never seen before. Like, when you've never seen the HR office, suddenly you're being called there and you're like, which office is it? Anyway, and then they had 3 pieces of paper on the floor, on the desk. And the first one was now we've agreed that you are cordially not allowed to be here anymore. Okay, so either you sign it or you don't sign it, or you do what you do. The second one was an offer for a new job on the same station, but on the weekend. And I was being really bullied hard in that meeting to take the offer, take this offer, take the weekend offer. And I could feel like if you're pushing so hard, something doesn't make sense.
If it's too good to be true, it's probably not that
But it's also bad.
It's terrible.
Because that's not where I wanted to be. None of it made sense. And this was the place where I'd always go to ask. This might give it away, but to go and ask because I knew I wanted to transition into talk radio. So I'd always ask for an opportunity within the building to rack up time overnight, whatever, to do talk radio. And I was always told, no, you are the future of the station. Those were their words. You, my Dolly, are the future of the station.
We believe in you so much.
Then I get the letter that says, Oscar Goedle. And then I get the letter that says, and how kan Goedle come on the weekend? And then I see their press release on the table. And I've had press releases by companies put out about me, and it's always nonsensical. It's always nonsensical. It always makes the company look so bright and beautiful. And we ushered her into the world. We were there. We cut her umbilical cord. We've built her. And this is just the time for her to thrive. So I phoned my friend who's in digital marketing. And I was like, Manje. And he said, put out a tweet immediately. Put out a tweet. There were erroneous facts in that contract. Put out your own tweet. Put the truth out. And then go take a nap or have a massage.
But
You're done.
But make sure that your side of the story.
I went hashtag new life, hashtag peace out, hashtag I'm not there anymore. So they couldn't put if whatever they put out, people are gonna go, but her tweet said that.
Yeah. No, fair.
I can't believe I have a lot of stories about work stuff.
You do, but you've been in this media world for a very long time.
Yeah.
So you're like 4, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
So that is crazy in itself. And then also just like the idea that you can see that like the power is literally becoming more in your hands.
Yes.
As the days goes by. And sometimes like these companies are, dope and they're doing the right thing. They're like trying to stand by us, Thank you, Daddy Spotify. Sorry, I don't.
But the thing is, I just think we need to treat each other with respect as human beings.
Yeah, that one is a tough one.
Why?
Because if you have, it's that thing of like you have nothing nice to say about someone.
Yeah.
But now it's like if you have nothing nice to say about someone, go to Instagram and say it there.
I find Instagram is still very kind.
For real.
Go to X.
Oh yeah, I don't even have an X account because that's literally the place for people's opinions.
Yes.
Exclusively.
Yeah.
I can't.
And if you say, "Oh, I had the most delicious orange this morning," they're gonna say, "Oh, but what about apples?
So you don't
How very dare you don't talk about green peppers in your tweet? How do you think bananas feel after you have said that?"
I was watching a TikTok talking about people's comprehension skills, and specifically how the people's like ability to just pick what they want to get offended for is now driving away content creators.
Yes.
And it's literally because people are they're getting banned.
Yes.
Because if enough people agree that this person
has said the wrong thing, has invoked the wrong...
TikTok can take down their videos, and if they get enough strikes, then they can't be on this platforms anymore. And like literally there's creators that will like say, no, I don't like eating this food because when I used to eat this food, it was when I was still struggling and I just associated with that time. So in my life, so I don't eat that food.
Are you judging poor people?
And now you're like, oh, so you're saying that food is for the poor.
It built you up and now you're just leaving it in the streets.
And it's like, no, that's not what I'm saying at all. Now you're doing corrections and now you're putting more.
And the corrections are worse, eh?
Yo.
No, it's not what I was saying. This is just what I meant. Oh, so you mean that when you're at that level, you can't eat that food anymore? Oh, we see you.
An apology, like.
Then you eventually do have to apologize, yes.
I've never seen the perfect apology. I don't like, that's one thing I haven't seen as yet. Like a great apology where the person acknowledges what they did, they say they're sorry, and like the world not necessarily forgives them for what they did, but like there's no nitpicking of the thing. Like even like the one apology that we were talking about was the Casper Nyovest one.
What did that poor man have to
And then
apologize for?
yeah,
Oh yeah.
and then
No,
he's
no,
like
no. He apologized for what?
for
For divorcing his
for
wife,
cheating on his
which you don't
wife.
have to apologize for.
Yeah,
But he also was
to
doing
us.
things.
Yeah, behind her
Okay,
back. So
I
he
couldn't remember
apologized for
that.
cheating and being a deadbeat and all of that. But then in the video, he says, "I forgive myself," and everyone and everyone just went with that. Everyone was just like, "What?"
What?
I think that video was like 2 minutes long. Everyone just remembered, "I forgive myself." And so that's one of those things where it's like I've yet to see a perfect apology. I think it's just time, like a Logan Paul after the whole Suicide Forest thing in 2017. Now it's
Yes.
2024, and now
I'm not
he's
ignoring you. I'm Googling perfect apology because there is someone who's given a perfect apology and I just cannot remember who it is.
I don't believe
Someone's done it.
a perfect apology, unless the thing that they did was really not that.
No, someone did a bad thing. A bad thing. A
Nah.
bad thing. Maybe you can tell us a perfect apology. What must be in the apology?
Yes, how do you actually apologize
How
in
do you
today's
structure
media?
it?
Depending, let's say the crime was, I don't want to make it a actual crime, just like a whack thing that you did.
Yeah,
Like
we're in South Africa. The things that are possible are huge. So go low.
so I'm saying like a Ellen DeGeneres level thing where everyone was upset that the rich white lesbian lady was mean, you know, that kind of thing. So people are upset that she's mean, and now she had to apologize for being mean. So how do you apologize for that?
You monetize it like she did.
You think so?
Well, because she didn't say anything for a very long time, and that's how she came back with her apology.
See, that's the only thing I can ever think of. It's
Yeah.
that thing of like, if you messed up publicly,
Yes.
you must just disappear. People mustn't see you for a while and then be like, oh yeah, kind of we used to like this person.
Yeah.
What happened? And then now you can, if you want to talk about it, you can.
Yeah.
I feel like I wouldn't even address it.
Really?
People don't like, it's so crazy how the parasocial relationships that people develop,
That's
people feel like
wild.
you owe them an explanation of everything ever. And at a point, it's also just like, how much can I do? How much good can I do that it can eventually outweigh the bad?
Nothing.
Because even the bad things that I do is like, I will yell at somebody one day, and if it gets
That's
caught on,
one day too many.
but if that gets caught on camera, if I have 16 children's fund foundations and all of that, if Nelson Mandela had a leaked video of him shouting at Winnie Mandela, we wouldn't be free to this day. It's child.
I think next time I'll tell you the story of the conspiracy about Nelson Mandela. Because apparently Nelson Mandela went into jail and died in 1985.
Oh yeah.
And then they replaced him with Pelson Mandela. And then Pelson Mandela did the negotiations. I'm not saying it's true. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying I believe it even, but I'll bring all the facts next week.
Okay.
We had a big fat chat about it this week. It was very, very interesting. So, okay, so the perfect apology that I'd like to hear from people, what you think the perfect apology is. And this is private life and it's public life, right? And that's it. That's it about apology.
Yeah.
Because I think you apologize when you acknowledge that you've done something wrong.
Yeah.
I've had people come to me and say, I feel like I have to apologize to you for something. So then tell me what you did.
Figure it out.
And then apologize. Like, how am I involved in this?
Yeah, no, I get that.
And apologizing is not easy either.
It's not.
It's not easy.
And the thing is also, when you apologize for the thing, now that culture or the group of people, the cancel culture group, is gonna double down on making you look worse. Like, in comedy, a lot of people say comics shouldn't ever apologize for any jokes that they ever say. Ever.
Yeah.
And that one is a bit tough.
That's very tough.
Because not that you made a mistake of whatever you said, but then the ability to be human, I think, is like you have the privilege of backtracking and being able to like, oh, I see a different perspective of this thing now. But now, because there's the idea of not apologizing, you can't really grow
Yeah.
because
Oh,
now
yeah.
because you can't look at it from a different perspective. Like if you say something like about like trans people, because that's something that a lot of comics love talking about
Okay,
now.
Dave Chappelle.
Hey, I love Dave Chappelle, but if he ever looks back in like a couple years from now, let's say one of his sons wanna just be trans or whatever, and now he has a new perspective on the whole trans everything.
Yeah.
He can never backtrack on that. He can never be like, oh, I see a new perspective of it or whatever. Like it's just I am doubling down on this forever.
I don't know
There's
if I
no.
believe that.
You think so?
Yeah, I think if you've created enough of a reputation for yourself,
Mhm.
and enough of a relationship with the people who watch your work,
Your
who
audience.
take in your work,
Mhm.
so, quote unquote, your audience, but it's your people. Those are your people. They choose you.
Mm.
Then you can have made a mistake and apologize for it and say what you need to say about it, and then kind of leave it there for a bit. You don't have to be involved in all of the back and forth. And I truly believe if Chappelle came out with an I'm sorry tour or I get it now tour or whatever, I think a lot of people like will just love him again. I really think so.
But also is
If you're that, who's that other one? Matt Rife.
Matt Rife, yeah?
Like you come out, Matt Rife's controversy was at the very beginning of his blow up.
Yeah. But he's still doing numbers. He's still
Okay,
fine.
well, congratulations to him. But the issue is, imagine a Chappelle versus a Rife.
Mhm.
Like there hasn't been enough time for you to like love this person.
Yeah.
That's what I think. It's like a relationship. Like you and I will do something wrong. We'll get into a tussle. And we'll like I can genuinely feel when you're apologizing to me.
Mhm.
Unless you're a very good actor and this is lies. But I hope you can genuinely feel when I'm apologizing to you.
Yeah, 1000%. Most of the time. Sometimes.
And I think I apologize to you more than you have to apologize to me.
Time.
Yeah.
No, you do. Do you? I don't know.
I think
I
so.
think so. Maybe.
I think so. I can be very, very impatient.
Gotcha.
And I also really don't like it when people give me directions when I'm driving.
Guilty. I think it's time for Put Me On.
Put me on.
It's time for Put Me On.
Put me on, bro.
Put me on, sis. Put me on. Put me on. Put me on.
Whenever Put Me On comes on, like we have to have a deep, heartfelt, meaningful conversation about what put me on means
What do we put
to
it on?
each of us.
Mhm.
Because it has a specific meaning.
Mhm.
Like Khabani loves it when I tell stories about the olden days, which was about 2001.
Yes.
And then I love hearing about new artists. I love hearing about new shows.
Mhm.
And I love Mandem.
Mhm.
And this show, from the beginning of the program, from understanding how it's going, from getting to know who this guy is testifying in court, blew me away. It's called You Know Me.
Uh-huh.
It's on
You
Netflix.
don't know me.
It's called You Don't Know Me.
Uh-huh.
It's on Netflix.
Uh-huh.
And I feel like I can't say too much without giving too much away.
Yes.
But essentially, there's drama, there's intrigue, there's false accusations, there's real accusations, there's people who you could never expect to stand up for you and be in your corner, standing up for you and being in your corner. It is so great. I loved every part of it. I loved the sister's role and the things that the sister was doing kind of towards the middle. Like the visiting oh my gosh, it was amazing. And then the main female character's role, was extraordinary as well. And like from the beginning, you look in her eyes and you know something's up.
This one is.
And you don't know if it's gonna go bad up or good up.
So there's a lot of twists and.
Oh my gosh! And this main character guy is fantastic. He like captivates the camera.
Where's it based? Like America or.
Them.
Oh, it's the man. Oh yeah. Then it's a top weight thing, and you know everyone loves the top weight thing.
I love
South
a
Africans
top weight
love
thing.
UK content.
I love it so much. It's dangerous. It's gritty. It's gripping. It's hard to find time to watch something from start to finish. But I was like, listen.
Where can we watch it?
On Netflix.
Oh, okay.
Do you have any other questions about it?
How old are you right now? Okay, that's dope.
I loved it. I loved it so much. So if you have time off, I know it's not like new on Netflix, but it's good.
Gotcha.
And I'm gonna go look for a podcast about it. Because that's my favorite thing to do. You watch your favorite show, you watch a show that's amazing, and then you go look for a podcast on Spotify about it. And best believe there will be a podcast and they discuss it. And you also go, yeah, well, that's exactly what happened. So I love that. So you are on.
Okay, I am on. And I'm very excited. I am going to check it out.
Thank you.
Because actually, every time you put me on a show, I really appreciate it. Because you don't put me on enough shows.
Because most of the people who did shows that I love are either deceased or no longer do shows.
Hey, they do that sometimes, eh? Had it, boy.
Because I could sit here and talk to you about Wendy Williams for an hour.
You shouldn't. Because I know you can. I know you can. Wendy Williams is actually that's actually. Maybe we should talk about that next week.
Maybe.
Okay.
How you
doing? Am I doing it right?
Perfectly.
More ok.
You see, the less things you do, the better it's gonna be for us all.
Are
you gonna put me onto something?
I want to put you onto something. Have you heard of the chill guy meme? I'm just a chill guy. You've seen it.
Yes.
You've seen it. Yes. I'm just a chill guy. It's essentially a derivative of girls being demure and cutesy and.
No, it's a derivative of girls saying
I'm just
women in men's jobs or women doing men's positions.
Because I remember a couple months earlier this year, girls were just like, I'm just a girl. And then like after a girl like flipped over a towel, like the funniest meme that I saw of I'm just a girl was 9/11. And then like I know it's crazy, but literally they had like the 9/11 strikes or whatever. And then you were like, but I was just like when you're flying a plane, and then you're like, but a female part, and it's like, I'm just
okay.
Like,
I get it.
It was crazy. It was crazy. It was very stupid. But now it's come to I'm just a chill guy, and then those I'm just a chill guy memes have been popping up everywhere.
Yeah.
And I think they're hilarious. I love them. But now I've done a little more research on the I'm just a chill guy meme because I saw a video called The Dark Side of I'm Just a Chill Guy meme. And how specific corporations are making tons of money on the I'm just a chill guy meme.
Yeah.
They're making cryptocurrency money. They're figuring out ways to just make money
monetize this meme.
Yeah. And the actual creator of the I'm just a chill guy meme is he's trying to get his money for everything. And I think it's a very interesting lesson in just monetization as an artist, how to protect yourself and what are the other stuff.
Yeah.
So there's this YouTube video literally called The Dark Side of Chill Guy.
Okay.
And it's by Drew Joyner, he's also a fashion YouTuber, you should just check him out in general. Drew Joyner, very, very cool.
He explains things in a very interesting way. You come away like knowing more about the fashion world. I've seen some of his videos, but not the I'm a chill guy videos.
Yeah, so I think he's trying to venture off into like other like fields of things to talk about.
When you first told me about that chill guy meme, did I look excited?
No.
Yeah.
No.
So it'll be interesting to see this because this goes into the business of it, but also that other word that I can't think of, when you do something and then someone else bites what you did.
Oh, copyrights.
Yeah, like that kind of thing
Uh-huh.
of it. It'll
Cool.
be interesting for me.
Yeah. So you see, it's not just a meme.
Yeah.
It's a chill meme. It's a chill guy meme. I'm just a chill guy.
Why did it take you so long to find your pockets?
Because these are not the most chill pockets, but that's okay. Because I am just a chill guy.
I'll see you at home.
And you're just a chill girl. And this is just a chill guy podcast with a chill girl.
I'm not chill
The
at
chill
all.
siblings. The chill
But we
brothers.
are siblings. That's why it's called a brother and a sister,
A chill brother and a sister.
and just a sister living in Africa. And this is my young brother. I was thinking about it when we were talking about the matric exams this year.
Oh, yeah.
That you were born pretty much as I wrote my first matric exam. That's the gap between
I
us.
have great timing.
So,
Because, like, even if you failed,
yeah.
which we knew you wouldn't, but
course.
like, even if you failed, it was like, don't worry, the attention's on something else in the house, so you
Yes.
don't have to study. See, I'm very, considerate.
I'm very glad you were born because it's just got better and better and better.
We're on a Spotify podcast, baby.
We're on a Spotify podcast,
It's a chill brother.
baby. Do you want to change the name of our podcast?
It's a chill brother and a sister.
Yeah.
I don't think we've already. It's too late now.
Okay. You can try, see if it feels natural.
But my name is Khabani Muloe, and that.
Oh, you're not going to try?
No, what? To a chill.
Try say I'm a chill brother. This is the I'm a chill brother and sister podcast.
Even when you said it, it wasn't hitting. You know, I regret the error.
Okay, no problem.
Let's try this one more time.
All right.
That is Babi Muloe.
That is Khabani Muloi.
And it's a brother and a sister podcast.
So chill.
Thank you. Bye.